Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will show it information about Egypt. Egypt, country located in the northeastern corner of Africa. Egypt's heartland, the Nile River Valley and Delta, was the home of one of the principal civilizations of the ancient Middle East and, like Mesopotamia farther east, was the site of one of the world's earliest urban and literate societies. Pharaonic Egypt thrived for some 3,000 years through a series of native dynasties that were interspersed with brief periods of foreign rule. After Alexander the Great conquered the region in 323 BCE, urban Egypt became an integral part of the Hellenistic world. Under the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty, an advanced literate society thrived in the city of Alexandria, but what is now Egypt was conquered by the Romans in 30 BCE. It remained part of the Roman Republic and Empire and then part of Rome's successor state, the Byzantine Empire, until its conquest by Arab Muslim armies in 639 to 642 CE. Egypt occupies a crossroads between Africa, Europe, and Asia. The majority of its land is in the arid western and eastern deserts, separated by the country's dominant feature, the Nile River. The Nile forms a flat-bottomed valley, generally 5 to 10 miles, 8 to 16 kilometers, wide, that fans out into the densely populated delta lowlands north of Cairo. The Nile Valley, in Upper Egypt, and Delta, Lower Egypt, along with scattered oases, support all of Egypt's agriculture and have virtually all of its population. Egypt has a developing, mainly socialist, partly free enterprise economy based primarily on industry, including petroleum production and agriculture. Under the constitution, Egypt is a republic with 2 legislative houses. Its head of state is the president, and the head of government is the prime minister. As of February 2011, however, a military council assumed control of the country after the president stepped down. Legislative and presidential elections were held in 2011 and 2012, and a new constitution was passed in 2012. This constitution, however, was suspended less than a year later when the military intervened to remove the newly elected president, Mohamed Morsi, a member of the Islamist Muslim Brotherhood, following a series of massive public demonstrations against his administration. Egypt is one of the world's oldest continuous civilizations. Upper and Lower Egypt were united circa 3000 BCE. Beginning a period of cultural achievement and a line of native rulers that lasted nearly 3,000 years. Egypt's ancient history is divided into the Old, the Middle, and the New Kingdom, spanning 31 dynasties and lasting to 332 BCE. The pyramids date from the Old Kingdom, the cult of Osiris and the refinement of sculpture from the Middle Kingdom, and the era of empire and the exodus of the Jews from the New Kingdom. An Assyrian invasion occurred in the 671 BCE, and the Persian Achaemenids established a dynasty in 525 BCE. The invasion by Alexander the Great in 332 BCE inaugurated the Macedonian Ptolemaic period and the ascendancy of Alexandria as a center of learning and Hellenistic culture. The Romans held Egypt from 30 BCE to 395 CE. Later it was part of the Byzantine Empire. After the Roman Emperor Constantine granted tolerance to the Christians in 313, a formal Egyptian, Coptic, church emerged. Egypt came under Arab control in 642 and ultimately was transformed into an Arabic-speaking state, with Islam as the dominant religion. Held by the Umayyad and Abbasid dynasties, in 969, it became the center of the Fatimid dynasty. In 1250 the Mamluk dynasty established a state that lasted until 1517, when Egypt fell to the Ottoman Empire. An economic and cultural decline ensued. Egypt became a British protectorate in 1914 and received nominal independence in 1922, when a constitutional monarchy was established. A group of army officers led by Gamal Abdel Nasser overthrew the monarchy in 1952. A union with Syria to form the United Arab Republic, 1958-61, failed. Following 3 wars with Israel, see Arab-Israeli Wars, Egypt, under Nasser's successor, Anwar el-Sadat, made peace with the Jewish state, thus alienating many fellow Arab countries. Sadat was assassinated by Islamic extremists in 1981 and was succeeded by Hosni Mubarak. Although Egypt took part in the coalition against Iraq during the Persian Gulf War, 1990–91, it later began peace overtures with countries in the region. Desire for political, economic, and social reform led to a popular uprising of unprecedented proportions in 2011, which forced Mubarak to step down as president and left Egypt's military in control of the country. In 2012, power was transferred to an elected government led by President Mohamed Morsi, but he soon faced simmering public discontent over the unfavorable state of the Egyptian economy as well as his own attempts to amass power. The military removed him from the presidency in 2013. Thanks for watching.